Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to make a short speech on the breakaway factions of Muslim League and their role in molding the Kerala politics. You know, the Indian political party system is very complex and always in a state of flux. It always undergoing evolutionary process. At the early years of independence, post-colonial era, the system was called a dominant party system dominated by a single party called Indian National Congress. Later on, after the split in Indian National Congress in 1969, then it evolved into an two-party biparty system. Congress in one side and Janata Party on other side. Then we can see after the uh, decay of Indian National Congress in early 1990s, the party system evolved into a multi-party system. And after the 219 election, the system is again moving towards a dominant party system where BJP is dominant, and the evolution is going on. The regional parties are getting stronger, particularly with the state elections in Maharashtra and Jharkhand. The political party system is very unique and very complex in India. And this Muslim League and other so-called Muslim parties are also part of this complex and unique party system. Broadly in India, there are two types of political parties. One is identity-based and another is ideology-based. Most of parties are identity-based, based on religious, caste or regional identity. And there are few political parties based on ideology like communist parties. And another unique feature of Indian political party system is a frequent split and merger of political parties. And sometimes it is very interesting to see that the splinter groups became dominant and official groups became extinct. One example is the split in Indian National Congress in 1969. There was two groups called Indicate and Syndicate. Syndicate group was the official Congress organization, and Indicate group led by Indira Gandhi was the splinter group. But later on in the next election in 1970, the Indira group, so-called Indicate, won 40% of votes, whereas the organization Congress, the Syndicate, won only 10% of votes. By the passage of time, Indicate became synonymous with Indian National Congress and Syndicate was vanished. So also the case of the Communist Party of India. In 1964, the Communist Party of India was split. It was mainly a reflection of the split in the global communist politics, particularly the Sino-Soviet split. And the Communist Party of India, the official party, became less powerful, and the splinter group, Communist Party of India, Marxist, became first among the communist parties in India. So the frequent splitting and merger of political parties in India in a multi-party system, it is quite unique. And the point we have to explore whether these splitting and splinter groups play a positive role in politics, particularly in Muslim politics in Kerala. You know, the first, I am not talking about Muslim League in detail, you are very familiar with it. Muslim League was formed in 1948 after the tragic partition of India. And the first splinter group splinter group that challenged Muslim League was Progressive Muslim League. In 1960s, there was a political party called Progressive Muslim League. And the party was founded by, to the founder president of the party was Edasheri Molavi. He was a polymath. He was a polymath and a polyglot. He was a person of very high scholarship, and he was very proficient in English, Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian, and Urdu languages. And he was also very brilliant in many subjects, even in biochemistry. And the Progressive Muslim League was formed under his leadership, and it was allied with the Communist Party. The interesting point is that all the splinter groups of Muslim League was always aligned with the left front. This Progressive League experiment was mainly promoted by the Communist Party. And they have they published one weekly called Purogati. There was it was the official mouthpiece of Progressive League, Purogati. And if you see that Purogati, it is quite interesting to see that my weekly was always arguing that the Soviet Union is good for Muslims and communist alignment is better for Muslims and so on. The Progressive League contested elections in alliance with Communist Party, but they could not make any success in parliamentary politics. And gradually it vanished, this Progressive League. Then second splinter group was, the All India Muslim League. All India Muslim League was formed in 1975. It was also, there was many reasons for the formation of All India Muslim League. One of the reason was some Muslim League leaders were very unhappy with the Congress leadership, particularly Sayyid Umar Bafaki, M.K. Haji and other leaders. And what had happened is that there was a spark that triggered the formation of All India Muslim League was murder of a Muslim League activist at Panur in Kannur district called Mavilot Mahmood. And Muslim League leaders protested against the delay in arrest of the culprits. And then DCC President of Kannur, N. Ramakrishnan, who later on became minister in state cabinet, he said that Muslim League could expect this much justice from Congress side. And this provoked many leaders, senior leaders in Muslim League like CKP Chariyamamukkei and Sayyid Umar Bafaki Tangal, M.K. Haji, and they formed this All India Muslim League. And this party was comparatively a successful venture, and they have secured 4 or 5 seats in 2 or 3 legislative assemblies, and they have also accommodated in E.K. Nayanar ministry. The PM Abu Bakr was minister in PWD, Minister for Public Works, and M.J. Zakaria Sert was accommodated as Deputy Speaker. And they have also a All India Committee led by Syed Ziauddin Bukhari from Maharashtra and Hamid Ali Shamnad as General Secretary And this experiment was comparatively successful, and they have contested many elections, and they have representation in assembly. But finally, by 1984, there was Shariat controversy. After the Shabano judgment of Supreme Court, there was Shariat controversy, and in this controversy, again, there was a realignment in Muslim politics as All India Muslim League returned to the fold of Muslim League. And next one was, as you know, the Indian National League. That moment was also sparked by the unhappy relations with the Indian National Congress. After the demolition of Babri Masjid, this demolition of Babri Masjid led many tense situation all over India, including Kerala. And there was leaders led by Ibrahim Suleiman Sird, who were not happy with the alliance with Congress, they formed a Qaeda Millat Cultural Forum, and it was an anti-Congress pressure group within Muslim League. And the spark that triggered a formation of INL was the notorious shooting at Palakkad during the BJP President Murali Manohar Joshi was conducting a march from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. It is called Ekata Yatra. At that time, there was a shooting, unfortunately a shooting at Puduparam in Palakkad, and one innocent girl was shot dead. It was sparked this anti-Congress feelings among some Muslim League leaders, and finally this Indian National League was formed in 1994 at Delhi. But unfortunately, this International League experiment was comparatively failure. The only success, parliamentary success, was in Tamil Nadu. They could win 5 seats in assembly in alliance with the DMK. In Kerala, they could win only 1 seat in 2006 election. Otherwise, it was a parliamentary side, it was a failure. And what were the failure? There is a very common thread between these 3 splinter groups. All of them were anti-Congress, and they were allied with the communist side. And finally, they vanished. They vanished from the political arena, mainly due to the lack of funds and hostile or some sort of hostile treatment from the Communist Party and all. But the question is whether such splitting and splinter groups positively made any positive impression, any positive impact on the Muslim politics in Kerala. To some extent, you see, politics is the art of possible. Bismarck famously said that politics is the art of possible. It is not the art of the best or right, but it is the art of possible. We can see in the case of Kerala Congress groups, they have played this art very adeptly. This Kerala Congress was originally conceived as an alliance between the Christians and Nayar community. And it was split into many times. It is said that split as grow and grow as split. It is their operational strategy. And Kerala Congress groups has always accommodated both in United Front and also in Left Front. Right now, you can see the Kerala Congress groups in Left Front, United Front, and also in National Democratic Alliance led by BJP. And this political strategy benefited them, the Christian groups, the Christian community to great extent. But in case of Muslims, they have always invested their political strength with the United Democratic Front. The point is that we have to make a research. I am not making any conclusion, but to leaving an open question whether this alignment with a particular friend alliance is solely investing our political capital with a particular alliance is good or bad. So I confess that I have not made much study about this topic. I could not have enough time. Anyway, I am very happy to be here, and I would like to thank you everybody for listening me. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.